Hi, this is Rick Singer out with Vegas News Review, talking with folks about how they feel some of the changes that are occurring at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Now, while I had a chance to speak with many folks, only one would actually come on camera. It appears as though many of the residents here in Clark County don't feel as though they really want to talk about the police department. Maybe a little intimidated, maybe a little anxious. But here's what one man's comments were.
It's great getting a chance to meet with you,
and I appreciate you taking the time.
I got a couple real quick questions for you.
Okay.
First things first, did you hear the story yet about how a Metro police officer was arrested on Tuesday for soliciting a prostitute?
70-year-old veteran, and he's on the leave right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so how'd that strike you?
You know, power corrupts, I guess. I mean, you would think that a cop would know better, but you know, my nephew is a police officer. He loves what he does, and he's by the book. I mean, if I do anything that's a little out of line, says he shouldn't be doing that and stuff like that. I know he's a professional. He takes pride in his job, but you know, you're gonna get a few bad apples in any kind of profession, and they're the ones that get the publicity, not the ones that, you know, going by the book.
Do the job day in, day out.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad sometimes.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's another one I've got for you. There's been quite a shakeup over at Metro. I don't know if you're aware of this or not. There's been a lot of senior members that retired.
Right.
Okay, and some new people coming in. What was interesting to us was, and maybe to you, is that the most recent promotion to assistant sheriff was for a man by the name of Greg McCurdy. He's just been promoted to assistant sheriff.
Okay.
10 years ago, he was convicted of sexual harassment regarding 2 female police officers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So tell me, what do you think of now a promotion of a gentleman who's been charged with sexual harassment?
You know, it's one of those things. Not enough information. I don't know. Was he charged? Was he guilty?
He was found guilty.
He was found guilty. It's really iffy. It's not a good thing. You know, you're just opening up yourself to to a lot of trouble. I don't like. You know, I'm one of those guys that, you know, I before I judge something, I mean, you get a lot of bullet points from commercials and stuff like that. I don't like to make up my mind on little information, but you get the instinct.
It's not really good. Next, here's another interesting thing about Mr. McCurdy. Okay, Mrs. McCurdy also works for Metro.
No kidding.
Yes.
That's kind of
interesting, isn't
nepotism?
Maybe. Okay, and she just also was promoted as well to a civilian directorship.
Well, she must be really good at it. You know, talent must run in the family.
I'm telling you.
Was that sarcastic? So, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
In getting a chance to speak with many of the folks here, as I was asking about how they felt with the promotion of Mr. McCurdy to the assistant sheriff's position, I heard all kinds of comments, anything from strange, typical, nepotism, not exactly the words that I would call endearing to the decision-making process and taken by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department or by the Sheriff Gillespie. In any case, we also took a moment to actually call Sheriff Gillespie's office to see whether or not we could get a comment from him or some explanation as to how it is that both Mr. and Mrs. McCurdy were both promoted pretty much within the same time frame, and specifically with Mr. McCurdy's background. Okay, we're going to give the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department a quick call and see if I can get a comment from them about the promotion of Mr. McCurdy and Mrs. McCurdy, and kind of see what their position is on. Hi, this is Rick Singer calling with Vegas News Review, and I'd like to get some information, if I could, regarding some of the recent promotions and some of the changes of the senior staff at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. If you would, please give me a call back at 727-4210. 727-4210, as I'm writing a story about some of the changes that have occurred with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and some of the changes in the senior management. Again, phone number 727-4210. My name is Rick Singer. Okay, we got a great automated system. and that was I did acknowledge I was with the media, and that I was looking for them to give me a ring. Now let's see if they do or not. Always the $10 million question whether or not the public affairs offices or public information office will in fact return phone calls to the media. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I'm kind of banking on this one they won't.